building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Now Franks. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Franks. He completes this to Russell Gage. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. The 30. 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Well, he can certainly be a big asset in this passing game. He proves it right there. He makes the catch out of the backfield, and then off he goes. The Franks looking to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Shaq Thompson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Franks now. Flush to his right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. 5. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. How about that for a momentum swing? You had a goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers it on the scoreboard.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now it's Patterson. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A first down throw. Here's Franks. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Franks. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw again.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Franks.
They'll roll him out right. And it's a fumble. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession.
CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away.
Well, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Dante Fowler make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown.
Tommy Trimble.
Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second down at 7.
Back to throw. Franks, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Franks now on second down. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On 1st and 10, Franks.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now a second down throw. Here's Franks.
Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Setting up play action. Franks. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. A first throw for the backup, Ryan. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Play action. It's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Jackson now to return.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 1st and 10, Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Ryan. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Play action, Ryan. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Jackson now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Darnold. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. After the interception, here's Ryan. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Now Ryan on 1st down. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan and Callaway taking it in left side. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. This is caught. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Jackson now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Off of play action, Darnold.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Darnold now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, he's definitely difficult to account for out of the backfield, and he makes something happen there with the ball in his hands.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Darnold from the red zone now, rolling to his right, and he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Tommy Tremble
with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Now it's Patterson.
And able to get this out to the 25.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On first down, Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. On first and 10, it's Swift.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker, who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Third quarter, all tied up. This is second and 10.
To throw is Darnold. Out right, here's Erickson. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
So right after the defense gets you the ball and take away a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Darnold completes it, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Darnold from the gun. Flush to his right. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
They go play action with Ryan. Right back to Pitts again. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
To throw is Ryan. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Swift and a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Ryan. He's going to float this over the middle deep. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Jackson now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Darnold to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Darnold. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Darnold. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey, and yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right? I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably great. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And it's incomplete. Now there is 1 second remaining. So they'll have time here for one more play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Darnold. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And the Panthers have won the football game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory.